Hey folks, welcome back to NC State Dendrology. I'm standing here alongside Dan Allen Drive at the corner near Sullivan looking at our Ilex Vertisolata. So Ilex Vertisolata. So this is winterberry, common winterberry, sometimes called black alder, but don't be confused, it's not an alder. So like all hollies, it's in the Aquifoliaceae family. And Ilex Vertisolata means world. And so it's talking about the leaf arrangement is not whorled, right? So it's an alternate leaf arrangement like most hollies, but the leaves do cluster. The leaves are simple, but they cluster towards the ends. You also see the fruits that cluster around the branches. So this is a really common and popular landscaping plant. There are many different cultivars that you can purchase. And so this is very likely a cultivar that's on campus, but I want to talk about it. Generally speaking, all hollies are just dioecious, right? So this plant that I'm standing in front of is one of the females, but in order to generate berries, you have to also plant a male. So, right, it has beautiful bright red fruits that are very showy. These fruits will stay on the tree or shrub after the leaves fall off, right? So they're really commonly planted just for that winter interest. They're also really important wildlife food. So holly berries, while they're toxic to humans, are really important for many bird species. So how to identify Ilex Vertisolata? One thing I'll say is that, you know, we always talk about hollies as having a typical holly bark, right? Which by now you should know means that it's light, usually pale gray in color, pretty smooth, sometimes has short shoots. And Ilex Vertisolata is not really an exception to that, but I will note, and you should note this yourself, that the twigs are a little bit darker in color than what we call typical light gray, right? So it's a little bit darker in color. This is a multi-stemmed shrub, so it is not, you would not call it a tree, it's a multi-stemmed shrub. And I think what makes this tree really distinctive are the leaves. So these are simple leaves, and you can see they're elliptical, so not super distinctive that way. But I think if you look closely, you'll see that they are crenate, right? The margin has kind of a scalloped margin, right? Crenate, so rounded teeth. You can see that pretty clearly here. And then the other thing that I think is really distinctive about Ilex Vertisolata, and the trick that I use most often, is this venation, right? So you might call it reticulate venation, right? It's netted. Another word that we could use to describe these leaves is rugose. So rugose means kind of rough and crinkly, and these leaves are definitely that. So that takes this away from Ilex decidua and other kind of lookalike species, because you've now got a lot of species that are simple leaves, you know, serrate to crenate, elliptical in shape. So they are slightly lighter on the back sides of the leaves, right? So here's the upper surface, here's the lower surface. It's a little bit lighter, it's slightly fuzzy. The fruits are bright red, and like I said, they're really important wildlife value. So this is a really great landscaping species. I just want to show you the venation one more time. That rugose, right? Or rough looking and reticulate veins. This is probably the best illustration of reticulate venation that we've had in class so far, where the veins almost form like a kind of netted pattern on them, right? Rather than being distinctly pinnate or palmate or what else? Arcuate. So this is Ilex Vertisolata in the Aquifoliaceae family, common winterberry, black alder, or just winterberry.